Hello everyone, welcome back on my channel guys. I am Ramkesh Singh, Unity game developer, YouTuber and blogger. In today's tutorial, we are going to discuss about third part in which we are our VR application for Metaverse devices. So currently I have done two parts. Now it is the third part in which we are going to talk about Unity Profiler. So basically in first part, we learned that how we can do the basic analysis in your VR device, and it is a really great thing that you are analyzing in your VR device. We talk about the OVR matrix tool, so just was really very great thing. And then in second part we talk about that how Unity frame debugger help you to know that what is taking how much dropout. And in this video we are going to see that what are the script taking a very high GPU, what are the things that taking very high GPU. So in this video you are going to learn a lot, and I will show you that how you can use the profiler. So you can see this is the agenda of today's video, that we will learn about what is the Unity profiler, how we can use it. If you want to analyze much more depth, so you can analyze in the profile analyzer, memory analyzer. Step come that you use the Unity profiler, and if you are getting the stuff, then you have to improve. And after that, if you want to much more thing, then you have to use profile analyzer. Basically it connect with the Unity profiler, and it take the some data at one time, and then you can compare after the optimization. And after the profiling thing, you need to do the memory analyzer, like how much memory you are taking. So in the future we will talk about this, but let's talk about the Unity profiler. So in Unity profiler we will also discuss about that how we can use it, how we can detect, how we can improve. Then in last we will discuss about that how many way you can use a Unity profiler if you want to optimize for mobile as well as MetaQuest device. So there will be a simple way, and there will be using the Oculus link, and there will be build and run in your device. We'll talk about, and today topic is going to be a very essential. If you're new on the channel, make sure to subscribe the channel. If you have not watched this tutorial, so just go in the playlist, you will get this series. And if you want to support me, so you can just become my Patreon, and it really helped me to create much more tutorial for you. And here you can grab any sample you like from here. So these are the samples. They are not very high price, so you can just explore and learn these samples. So let's start the today video. So currently we are on the 2024. So we are doing everything on the Unity 6. So here I'm taking the VR sample from Unity 6, and I have added some script. So basically let me show you that how you can open your profiler. First step is just you have to go on the window in analysis, and here is the profiler. So last time we talked about the frame debugger, but this time this is the profiler. Whenever you are going to open, so you will get this stuff, and you can just clear here from directly, or you can just clear from on play. When you open the profiler, so let me explain. In Unity they have improved a lot. There is lots of new things. So here you can see we are getting this stuff. By default GPU is turned off. So if you want to get the data, so you have to turn on the GPU. Why it is turned off? Because it take the it does not give very much accurate value if you are using the Unity editor, because GPU take much more rendering time. It is suggested that if you don't want to see the GPU data, so just turn off. But you want to see, so if you are building for your mobile device or MetaQuest device, you have to turn off this. And here is also deep profiling. First you can see without the deep profiling, and after that you can just click on the deep profiling and see what the data you are getting. So currently I'm turning on the GPU uses. So basically it will give CPU and GPU uses. And here this is the play mode. So basically it gives us idea that we are playing in the editor mode, or if we are connected with our MetaQuest or mobile devices. And here this thing, it will be red like it is playing, and then at time you have to see the data. And these are the values like CPU uses, rendering, scripting. So there will be a graph where you will see that what are the things is getting used. So these are the things are unknown, and here is the others, like you don't know that what are the things is taking. And same thing here is the GPU rendering. So these are the things. And in 2022 in Unity version 2022 there was not target frame time. So whenever you were running in the Unity, you were not getting the idea, like it was running around 1000 fps, but currently they have given the target frame rate. By using this, if you are targeting for MetaQuest device, so you can use 72 or 90 fps, and if you are targeting for mobile device, so you can use 60 and 30 fps. So it's depend on that your what is your requirement. And why I'm saying 72 fps, so let's me click on the 72 fps. So in first part I explained to you that 72 fps, it does not mean much more thing. So this is the number 72 fps. You have to see the single frame, how much time it is taking. So if you are going my this class, like I am creating this PDF, so I will share on my Patreon page, talked about some calculation. Like if you are targeting for 72 fps, so 72 fps you have just chosen there, and you have to see the one frame. So one frame, how much time it will take? It will take 13.89 ms per frame. For the 60, it will take 67.7 ms per frame. So I explained this thing because it was required in the OVR matrix tool, as well it is also required in Unity Profiler. I hope you know that why I am told you that you have to calculate one frame. So you have given here 72 fps, so it will be give the target that how much is your target. So it will calculate one frame, that will be 13.89 ms per frame. Okay, great. So now you know this stuff. So first step is to run in Unity. So let me show you that we are running in the Unity, and here I've created two scripts. So first is profile example. Like I have written some code that is not very good performance wise, that we can see that what is the issue. And in Unity 6, if there is something going on, so they also print that this is the CPU is taking much more time, this is the GPU is taking much more time. So if you're targeting the VR device, so if you're not running very complex logic, so there is not much more about the CPU, like you are not instantiating lots of object in your environment, so that will be not related to CPU. Most of time it is GPU, but you cannot say without testing the things. So I will always say that you have to use the profiler and see what is taking the time. But for the teaching purpose, you know the things, I have created one script. So basically it will create the cubes and it will create the circle. Here you can see what we are doing the blender stuff. I will show you that it is creating 100 objects, and in 100 objects it is changing the position, and also you can see we are also debugging, and we are doing in the update method. I will show you that how much performance it is taking. And this thing is not related to mobile or MetaQuest. This thing can be learned from anyone. This is the code, and let me show you that how it is working. So here you can see we are going here. So just click on one thing, so you can see the position is getting changes, and it just create 100 cube. Okay, and when we talk about the profiler, so you can see what the profiler is coming. Our target is 72 fps, but sometimes what we are getting the value, you can see here it is red, like it is taking very much high value. We are getting, this is the 60 fps 32. So you can see that we are not able to touch the 72 fps. And whenever I'm clicking here, so this is the part of Unity 6. I love it. Here you can see they are giving that CPU active time. So you can see CPU alone is taking 14.26, and our target is 39 point something. So here you can see this is our target, but it is taking higher. And here you can see GPU is taking 12 ms. So basically we are not nowhere around our target fps. Okay, so CPU is alone taking all the frame time. So you can see they have printed 13.889, that is for 72 fps. This is the beauty of Unity 6. It was not same in Unity 2022, but here you can see we are also getting the message like CPU exceeded your target frame time in this frame. In this frame, CPU spent majority of time executing the main thread. Therefore, you should initially focus on the begin or investigation inspect. So to optimize your CPU utilization, begin using the CPU modular timeline window to see which system contribute. We'll talk about this. And you can also consider Unity profile analyzer. I told you that if you want to do that. So before going further, let me click on this frame. So I have clicking on this frame, and here you can see blended thing is CPU is taking 30.9 ms in this particular frame. GPU is 23.65. So you can see that it is really high. So what is causing the issue? So here you can see this is the editor. Like this thing we are getting due to we are running in the editor. For the basic learning, you can open the editor, but it is always better that you create the build and then run in your device. So for checking us, you have to avoid editor loop. You have to go in the here. There is update script runtime behavior. So we have written this script is the profile and this is the update. So there is lots of thing. I will share you that player loop is like game that is running. So you have to see the player things and you should see everything. And whatever you are not able to understand, so search on the Google, you will get the idea. So first thing you can see, whenever you are going here, it is the raw hierarchy. So whenever you will click, you will get the timeline. Whenever you will click on the timeline, you will get this stuff like this kind. And whenever you want to analyze in the hierarchy, you can see like this. Is also one part, that is the inverted hierarchy. Like you will get maximum value on the top, and this is the raw hierarchy. Very little difference in those. Also here is the node details. So whenever you are clicking on here, so you will get much more details. Like whenever you will click here, so what are the things is getting, like GC, how much taking, and you can also do the calls. So it will click on the calls, it is 100 calls. Data you have to analyze. And if you're watching first time the profiler thing, so maybe you are not understanding, but if you will start using it, so you will understand, you will learn much more stuff. Okay, so here you can see, like whenever we are going in the hierarchy, so let's see in the hierarchy, and this is the player runtime behavior. And here you can see that is the profile example update. So this is the profile example update, and it is taking 20%. And if you are taking the GC, like in the optimization wise, like CPU time, you can see 20% is a very high time, not be this, but in the GC it is also taking very much high, like 130.3 kb, and it alone taking 7.62 ms. Much our target time is 13.89, but it is taking 7.62 alone. It is a very high time. For your script, it should be around 0.5 or maximum 1. If it is going more than that, so you have to optimize those things. In the update, you can see that debug.log taking 11.9, so it is also very high. And then you can see log format, injected memory, getting that we have to optimize the .update method. Okay, this is not only the things, you can also see everything like fix update, how much taking the fix physics thing, late update, pre-update. So these are the things that you have to analyze. So for most of time you have to see script run behavior update, or sometimes post late update you have done something, or sometimes physics thing. So these are the stuff you have to see the optimize script. So let me clear this one. So just remember this value and just clear it. So for this now, we will turn off this script, we will on optimize. Let me see the optimize part, but before that, just see one more time. Like here you can see they are instantiating 100 objects, and then you can see here you can see we are initializing the new position in every frame. So that is also not good. And we are just allocating the memory, that is also not good. Like we are just changing the position. Okay, and here you can see we are just initializing the 1000 data in update method. That is also wrong. So what we have done in the optimize profiler, we are doing this in 100 times. So that is also not very good. There is also another way that you use the task thing, like you have to use the threading stuff. So at that time you can also optimize better way, but this is the basic stuff I have tried to explain here, so that it does not require lots of time. And in update you can see we have already taken the vector 3 as position here, and we are not creating object at a runtime. Like we have already taken here, that is the 100 constant, it will run for 100 times. So applying pre-compile position, we are not calculating in every frame, and avoiding the creating new vector each frame, like we were creating the new every time. Okay, and we have removed this thing. How much impact this will? It will be around 50% of the profiling data. Let me run and let me show to you. There is another way that you can use the task like threading system. So for the mathematic stuff, you can use the threading thing. Just on this thing, play. So you can see now we are not getting very much red thing. So sometimes we are getting, but let me show you some objects that how much we are getting. So now you can see our update is giving 3.2, and if we talk about the ms, so you can see it is 4.6. So it is very less rather than last time we did. So this is the power of optimization. So we are able to target CPU and GPU are within your target frame rate in this frame. So you can see whenever we are clicking on the red, so it is also not creating a problem, because last time we were not in the frame, but currently we are in the frame. That's a great, and that is the power of 72 fps. So what I will suggest that you should always run your device, but in Unity 6 they have given some stuff. So if you are just doing 72 90 fps, if you are choosing this, so it will give a basic idea, but it also give the editor stuff. So what I will suggest you that you always run your application in your device. And what are the basic thing you have to always follow in script? Okay, so here you can see I have written something, and I will try to provide with this, or maybe I provide separately that one. We will see at that time. So basically what we should consider, like whenever we are doing the scripting, whenever you are trying to do like new vector 3, you cannot do in the update on in every frame. You can just initialize in start or declare whenever you declare the variable. So you can see avoid memory allocation in the update, and whenever you are using the string, so in update don't use the plus thing. At that time you should use the string builder. And for the minimize garbage collection, you have to always use the object pooling, not you always instantiate, so that will create lots of garbage. What you have to do, you have to use the object pooling. In object pooling you instantiate 10 object, and then you have to just rotate the position. Like you can see avoid calling get component update. So whenever sometimes we use get component rigid body, so we should not do in the you can say coroutine or update. We always do in awake whenever you want to do that. And cache transform and time values, cache frequently used proper. Like you can see in update we cannot use time.time always, because it really create problem. And same with the transform dot position. Avoid expensive operation in loops. So we all know that whenever you run the loop in your update method. And in coroutine avoid the infinite coroutines. You should always stock your coroutine, and there is best way to run the coroutine. Like coroutine is the thing, like there is one coroutine, that is the C. So if you are running the C 100 times, so there will be C1 C2 to 100. So whenever you are doing the things, what you have to care about, that make sure that one coroutine have been stopped, then another coroutine is getting started. So coroutine is also a very good thing, but if you are not using in the right way, so it can create the problem. On disable stop all coroutine. So you can see it is saying that stop all coroutine. If you are not doing that, it may create another scene or another script, create the problem. And here you can see debugging create lots of problems most of time. So how you should use the debugging? So whenever you are going to use the debugging, you have to use if Unity editor. So basically most of time we want to see the logs in editor, so at that time we have to use this. And sometimes we use something in mobile or MetaQuest, so at that time we cannot use. But if you are using for mobile, so we should take care of this thing. And code standards, like you should always follow the design patterns and naming conventions. So that are the best practices you should follow. These are the things that you should take care, like this thing. And now we have to see this thing. So let's see, we see the in Unity editor how we can use it, and using Oculus link. So you can use Oculus link to analyze, but that is not a very base thing. So hope you know the Oculus link. So I'm not going very much deep, but in 2022 what was the use of it? Like whenever you were running profiler, so it was not coming to 72 fps, it was coming 1000. So what was the use of Oculus link? Whenever we were clicking on the Oculus, whenever we were linking through the Oculus link, so target frame was coming 72 fps. So that was the beauty, but it was also running in the editor, so that was not a very good practice. Good practice is you can build and run. So how you can build and run? So basically whenever you are creating the build, you have to take care. Currently we are on the Windows, so we have to switch on the Android, and switch on the Android platform. I'm sharing with you that how you can create the build. I will not create the build because it will take time. So here you can see development build. So you have to turn off this thing and make sure that you have auto connect profiler. So you have to click on the auto connect profiler, and for now deep profiling support. So you can also enable this thing, and then you have to make sure that you have switched the platform and create the build, and you have to run in your Oculus device. So whenever you will in your Oculus device, so here you will come in the profiler and make sure that your Oculus is connected with your system whenever you are running. And here it will ask play mode, so your MetaQuest device will be show here, so you have to just click on that device, and whenever you will run your application in your device, so it will show the data here. This is the right way to check the profiler. Hope you learn, hope you enjoy the video, and if you have any confusion, so let me know in the comment box. And in next part we will talk about some stuff, like in this video most of stuff was around the CPU, how much impact your script can, and in next part I think we will discuss about the GPU stuff, like what you should take care, what should you consider. And in Unity debugger thing I have explained most of thing, but we will also talk about the how you can optimize the GPU thing. So thanks for watching the video, and I will request that please like the video, comment, so that I can reach much more people like you. So you can also become the Patreon. It really helped me to run this YouTube channel, and from the YouTube is really not very much money, but if you are supporting me, so that's the inspiration. Your comment really inspire me. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. See you in next video. Bye bye. Take care.